My people, find your joy in me. Find your joy in your worship of me. Nothing brings joy to my heart more than when my people worship me with abandon. Especially precious to me is your private worship, your time with just me. The times when you lay all your worldly cares aside and just come to me. When you long for me as much as I do for you. I created you to fellowship with me, to worship me, to know my love. But how can you know me when you do not approach my throne? Do you not know there is nothing I will deny my righteous ones who spend time with me in this way, who show me the great love they feel for me, who worship me for who I am? I desire to speak to you, to heal what is wrong in your lives, but I do not pour out my blessings on those who make no time for me. Come to me and show me your love. I created all of you for my pleasure, that I might know you and you me. I rejoice in you when you spend time with me, when you take time from your busy schedules to linger in my presence. My children, you are troubled by many cares on many sides, but I am all you need. Knowledge of my word and time with me will solve every problem, every difficulty you have. I love you with an everlasting love, not as the world loves, or those in the world love do I love you, but a love without end. In me there is no turning, no changing, no unfaithfulness. In me there is no fear of loss or regret. Spending time in my presence always brings reward. You will reap benefits you never dreamed if you will only focus on me, your King. If I am your Lord, then worship me. If I am your beloved, come into my presence and love me. If you truly reverence me, come into my presence and show me your reverence, and I shall show you great and mighty things you know not of. My children, eye has not seen nor ear heard the greatness of what I desire to do for you all. Do you not know that I always save the best for last? Do you think I will abandon you in your time of need? Do you expect me to be unfaithful and deceiving like those in the world? I am a faithful and a loving God. I desire you would come into my presence and pour your love and reverence out in worship to me. Come and show me your love, my beloved, and let me show you mine. My children do not cherish their time with me as I do. You do not prioritize me as I prioritize you. I watch you as you go about your day, hoping you will make time to come aside and talk to me, just me and you. I wait, hoping for even a few minutes alone with you, not a whispered prayer as you rush busily from one task to another, but time alone that is just for me and you. I have given you a home here with me for all eternity out of my great love for you. I bestow on you so many blessings to enjoy here and also during your time on earth. I sacrificed my own son and watched him die on earth so you could come here and spend eternity with me. How is it you do not care enough to spend time with me each day? I gave you my best, yet you give me what is left over of all your time and attention, often nothing at all. My children, your time with me continues to be the most important aspect of your success, both now and later. Yet so often, I am last on your list. I am after your career. I am after your family. I am after holidays. I am after your friends. If the enemy succeeds, I will eventually be an afterthought altogether. Do not sacrifice your connection to me by giving up our time thinking it is less important, because then I cannot warn you when disasters are about to strike. You have no other chance of safety or survival in what is about to transpire, but you must choose your time with me over other things. Increase. You have asked me to increase you. Increase your prayer time with me. Increase your time talking to me, praying to me, until you can hear me, until you hear me speak to you. So often, my precious children, you mumble a quick prayer to me, and like children, you run out the door to your activities. You cannot come to know me this way in this small amount of time. Is this all I am worth to you? I cannot be an afterthought to you. I cannot be just an obligation. I am the Lord. I am king over all. If you do not worship me with your time, your love, and your attention, then you do not worship me at all. Let it not be that when we meet, I must say, "Depart from me." My love for you is so deep, yet you are so easily led astray away from me to your busy day. Come back to me. Seek me with your whole heart. My children, take some time for me today. I so long for your conversation, for you to pour your hearts out to me, to come to me with all that is on your mind. I long to hear you say you love me. I long to be part of your day. My heart is grieved each time you run out your doors into a busy day with time for everyone but me. Do I mean so little to you that you cannot spend time with me first? My people so often come to me for help and for peace. You come to me for so many things. I am always willing to provide for my children. But children, where is your worship of me? Why do you make your requests and hurry away into your day? Do you not know I have long waited here for you to make time for me? Do you not know how I long for time with you? You miss so many blessings each time you hurry away. You desire to know what is coming, yet you hurry into your day. You long for me to bless you, but you do not wait for me to tell you how to be blessed in these ways. You live in a time when I desire you to enjoy great blessings for the time that remains. I also desire you would wait in my presence and bless me with your voice, with your worship, with your praise. What is it you find more important than me in your day? My little children, come to me, for I have instructions for each of you for the days to come. Many challenges are on the way to you, and only I know what they are and how you can survive them, how you can rise above them. The enemy has set many snares for you. He has planned distractions. He has planned attacks on your families, attacks on your minds, attacks on your time with me. He has planned ways to keep you from fellowshipping, that you might be left weak and open to more attacks, open to greater deception. He has plans to isolate you and make you bitter. If you will come to me and ask, I will reveal to you what the enemy has planned against you. I will make known to you the assignments he has sent out against your life. You can not only survive these things, but thrive in spite of them if you walk with me closely, if you spend time with me daily, in spite of every obstacle and distraction he releases against you. If you feed on my word daily so you are able to recognize deception when it comes. If you fail to do these things, you will not rise above his plans for you. You will be taken by them. Choose you this day whether you will serve me or you will become prey to the enemy. My children, keep your hearts with all diligence. I desire you would strive to make the words of your mouth and the meditations of your heart pleasing before me at all times, because what you meditate on is before me. I desire you would strive to make not only your behavior but your thoughts perfect before me. So many of my children will be taken suddenly in what is coming. So many who are not my children also will. So many who believe their eternity will be with me, but I know them not, will be taken in that time. I desire they would know me, but they have no time for me. I desire they would seek my face, that they would pursue me, but I am not in their thoughts. I am not in their days. I am not in their lives because they know me not. They have no desire for me. They seek not my face. When the end comes, there will be no time to repent for so many. Search your heart now, my children, and repent if you have sinned. Make time for me in your day, for this time is not wasted. Jobs quickly come and go, but your time with me stands in eternity. Your time with me will reap eternal rewards. Your time with me prepares you for all that is to come. Search your hearts and seek me with all that is within you. My people, do you not know? Do you not yet understand that you cannot survive what is coming without me? Do you not know I long for the sound of your voice calling out for me? I long for our intimate times together, for you to draw near to me and seek my face. I desire that you would seek my heart in the matters of your life and not follow your own. Many of you have filled your time with worldly pleasures, with distractions and the entertainments of the time you live in, and you have forgotten me. You do not realize the true price of these distractions. There are many of my people who tread lightly in waters of sin and think it matters not. You feel sure with only such small sins you surely will not become trapped or be unable to exonerate yourselves. No sin is that small in my eyes, since every sin puts your actions on one side and me on another. I desire we would be on the same side, my children, that I may protect you. In the darkest of times up ahead, you will wish desperately for any kind of protection, since all you know will have been stripped away in the world. All that will be left will be what you have in me. If you have not taken time to invest in a relationship with me, there will be no help for you. Money, even great wealth and prestige, will mean nothing. Friends will mean little, since there will be little to survive on, and food will become as in the time of the destruction of my holy city, Jerusalem, when those trapped would gladly eat the flesh of their own children just for a morsel to put into their mouths. The strength of my word in your spirit will sustain you then, for I will provide for those who come to know me in this time, but woe to those who play now and try to repent later, for there will be no time to come to know me in the midst of chaos. My children, some of you yet still disregard my warnings to you, as though these things will never come to pass, but I am not a man that I should lie. I have always tried to warn my people and those who are not yet mine of coming storms. This storm will exceed them all, for this storm knows no end until my son's return. I desire you would not suffer in the time coming, my people, but I cannot prepare those who refuse to prepare by spending time with me. Some of you think you will somehow be exempt from what I am saying, yet you will not. The darkness is coming, and it will search for you. Only those who fill their hearts with the light of my holy word and my presence can hope to survive the end of the age. My people, you are stubborn against me in your way of doing things. I have pleaded with you about walking with me closely, yet you hear me not. You have itching ears to hear only the messages you wish to hear, the messages that tickle your ears and delight your flesh, but these are not the words you are in need of now. Much is approaching in the world you know not of and are not prepared for yet. You are not yet ready to face the end of all things as you know them, yet you go along your way as though you were. Time is growing short, and you must prepare for what lies ahead. Why have you not sought my face diligently for the knowledge you shall require in that time? Did you think my words were only for others and not for you also? Why do you show me no worship when you know this I desire of you? I desire you would draw near to me each day in worship and adoration. What is soon to come will terrify many of you, and you will be among them if you are not prepared by being in my presence daily. It will be unlike anything you have ever witnessed before now. Draw near to me that I may instruct you on what you shall need in that time, and you will be prepared. I desire my people would believe me more for lost souls. I desire you would begin to truly believe me to move the hearts of your unsaved loved ones, for I desire to save them. This year I will save many others have given up on. Those you think will never turn to me will be saved if you will only believe. I desire intercession from my people. Intercede with faith that I will save those you love, and my hand shall move mightily in response to your prayers. This year I shall turn many hard hearts to me. This year I desire my glory would abound in the earth, that my people would move in signs and in wonders, that others may believe on me and have life everlasting. I desire you would believe me for more, for my arm is not too short to save, to heal, to deliver. Begin now believing me for more, my people, for I am a mighty God who is well able to deliver all you can believe me for, and far more. You have been limiting me with your small faith. Begin to believe for impossible things, for what is impossible for you is easy for me. With me, all things are possible. This year I desire to move mightily in the earth among my people and among unbelievers. I will send angelic messages to some of my chosen this year. They will bear my instructions. Watch for them. Time is growing short, my children. Get ready. Be prepared. Watch and pray. Believe me to do what you cannot. The days ahead will require you to determine and decide who and what is really your God. Many of you think you know already, but you have never truly been made to choose only one. You think you will choose me above all others, but you see not the other gods lurking within your mind and heart. Gods the enemy used to tempt you away from me. Some of you have allowed these gods to invade your lives. You have welcomed them. Some of you are even aware of their presence, yet you do nothing to cleanse your hearts of them, thinking I will understand and excuse your sin of idolatry. Did I not say in my word, thou shalt have no other gods before me? And so you shall not. If you are mine, act like it. Days coming will bring hard circumstances that will require you to choose which God you will serve. Only one. Think hard and decide well, my children, for this choice cannot be undone. Some of my children have already chosen. They have followed me wherever I led them, laying aside their own dreams and desires and taking up my cross. For them this choice has already been made, and the days to come will be far easier than for others. For those who have remained enmeshed in the world and all of its temptations, the times to come will be very hard indeed. For you have lived a soft life, putting your faith in what you can see instead of me. Your faith is flimsy. It is like a reed that bends with every new wind of doctrine. You are easily deceived because you have not built your house of faith on the rock of my Son. You must choose which God you will serve for the rest of your earthly lives. That is the God you will serve in eternity as well. My children, many of you underestimate the importance and lateness of the time you live in. You do not see my Son's return approaching. Did I not say like a thief in the night? Yet many of you do nothing to prepare yourselves for his soon return. Will his bride not ready herself for her groom? Will you be found not dressed when the wedding party arrives? Will you be left behind? You must think on these things now while there is still time, and choose well. In the days soon coming, chaos shall abound in many nations. There will be very little time to think later for some of you who read this word. Your lives will be cut short because of this disaster or that uprising. Do not make the mistake of thinking you have more time than you do. Some decisions should not be put off until another time. Do not be like the rich man in my word who stored up in his barns and set himself to enjoy his worldly pleasures, whose soul was required of him that night, for you know not the seriousness of all that is about to transpire. Do not wait. Choose now. Which God will you serve? I have given you all you need to survive and prosper in this time. You need only ask to receive of what I have for you. Adversity has risen up against you time and time again, Many of you have prayed and asked why this is so. Adversity is your teacher, my children. Adversity brings hardship that prepares you for what is harder still that is yet to come. Trust me, I can see further down the road into your future. You cannot. This is why you must allow me to guide your paths and not try to understand every tiny nuance of what happens. It is not always for you to understand, but for you to simply obey me in faith, trusting that I love you. I know what is best for all concerned. This next year shall bring many changes you cannot see from where you are. I am trying to position each of you to be ready for these changes, but some of you resist my paths. This will cause further hardship to come into your lives. Often what my children suffer is a result of not obeying me at some earlier time. Some of what is to come is far worse than my children are expecting. I am trying to protect you by guiding your paths to a safer place. Obey me and all shall be well. Resist and you are left with the results of your own way. Come up higher with me. Let us commune together as you worship me in spirit and in truth. Allow me to prepare you for all that is to come. There will be an increase in my words released through my prophets in days to come. I desire for my people to repent while there is yet time. Some of you I will send into dark places, strange places you have not known, to deliver these words and to do my will there. Some of you I will call into prayer. Many of you I will call to come aside with me. It is time for my people to simplify their lives. Pare down, my people. Pare down the excesses, the unnecessary, the superficial elements of your life. For in times to come, this will be a help to you. Catastrophe is about to strike the nation of America in a way all nations shall be affected, and my people are not prepared. I have shown great love to this nation, but she has turned her back on me, and her ways are no longer my ways. My people have ignored my words and turned away from my precepts and walked in their own ways. Their hearts have grown farther from me, and their lives have become entwined in the world in which they live. In times to come, this shall not be so, for if they neglect to draw near to me, they shall perish from the earth. Okay, now I'm going to summarize these words. I'm just going to read the high points from each one to kind of give us a summary of what he's told us. He has said that catastrophe is about to strike the nation of America in a way that all nations shall be affected, and his people are not prepared. He said that if we neglect to draw near to him, we will perish from the earth. I think he said that several different ways. That we cannot survive what is coming without him. That he longs for the intimate times with us, and that it seems we have forgotten him. He said that we don't see the other gods lurking in our minds and our hearts, and that's a scary thing to think about. And that some of us have allowed these gods to invade our lives, that we have welcomed them. That if we are his, we need to act like it. The days coming will bring hard circumstances that will require you to choose which God you will serve, only one. Think hard and decide well, my children, for this choice cannot be undone. And that means if you choose any other God even once, if it's your children, your grandchildren, your career, your house, your pets, anything, we need to seriously think about that. Some of my children have already chosen. They have followed me wherever I led them, laying aside their own dreams and desires and taking up my cross. For them, this choice has already been made, and the days to come will be far easier than for others. For those who have remained enmeshed in the world and all of its temptations, the times to come will be very hard indeed, for you have lived a soft life, putting your faith in what you can see instead of in me. Your faith is flimsy. It is like a reed that bends with every new wind of doctrine. You are easily deceived because you have not built your house of faith on the rock of my Son. You must choose which God you will serve for the rest of your earthly lives. That is the God you will serve in eternity as well. And he said, will his bride not ready herself for her groom? Will you be found not dressed when the wedding party arrives? Will you be left behind? And then he talked about adversity. Adversity has risen up against you time and time again. Many of you have prayed and asked why this is so. Adversity is your teacher. Adversity brings hardship that prepares you for what is harder still that is yet to come. He said, I believe more than once, that he'd pled with us to walk closely with him and spend time in his word and spend time with him, and that we were kind of stubborn and not doing it. Why do you show me no worship when you know this I desire of you? He brought up worship again and again and again, that we're not worshiping him enough. So that is something he desires, and he said every single day. What is soon to come will terrify many of you, and you will be among them if you are not prepared by being in my presence daily. And he said, I rejoice in you when you spend time with me, when you take time from your busy schedules to linger in my presence. I think we underestimate how much he desires our time, just our time with just us and him. If you have not taken time to invest in a relationship with me, there will be no help for you. He's talking about in the time to come. I will provide for those who come to know me in this time. I cannot prepare those who refuse to prepare by spending time with me. In other words, if we don't spend time with him now, there's nothing he can do to prepare us for what is coming. And he said, we've asked him for increase, and he said, increase your prayers, increase your time with me until you can hear me speak. And he said, if you do not worship me with your time, your love, and your attention, then you do not worship me at all. And he said, let it not be that when we meet, I must say, depart from me. That's a scary thought, because that depart from me is his final answer. Especially precious to me is your private worship, your time with just me, when you long for me as much as I do for you. That is such a beautiful thing to think about. I so long for your conversation, for you to pour out your hearts to me, to come to me with all that is on your mind. My heart is grieved each time you run out your doors into a busy day with time for everyone but me. If you will come to me and ask, I will reveal to you what the enemy has planned against you. I will make known to you the assignments he has sent out against your life. It's pretty important now and later. So many who believe their eternity will be with me, but I know them not, will be taken in that time. I desire they would know me, but they have no time for me. And he said, when the end comes, there will be no time to repent. He has said that before, more than one time. Where is your worship of me? Why do you make your requests and hurry away into your day? Do you not know I have long waited here for you to make time for me? Do you not know how I long for the time with you? And he said, we miss so many blessings by hurrying away. My children do not cherish their time with me as I do. I wait, hoping for even a few minutes alone with you. Not a whispered prayer as you rush busily from one task to another, but time alone that is just for me and you. By the way, that is how you build a relationship with the Lord. You pour out your heart to him, and you set aside time, first thing in your day, early in the morning, for just you and him. And it really helps a lot, too, if you can give time at night as well. That's all I have for y'all this week. I hope this podcast is a blessing to you and that it has increased your understanding and in your knowledge of God in general, in his word. Jesus bless you. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a great week.